Today on December 1st, Archangel Michael is angry you have made a serious mistake. Don't dare to ignore. My beloved child, today on this powerful 1st of December, a day when energies shift and hidden truths rise to the surface, Archangel Michael stands before you, not calm, not silent, not patient, but intensely alert, intensely focused, intensely aware of a mistake you made without even realizing its weight. You have stepped into something that has changed the energy around you, something that Michael has been trying to warn you about, but you brushed it off thinking it was nothing, thinking it was just a feeling, thinking that the sudden heaviness in your room, the coldness around your shoulders, the disturbed dreams, the unexpected silence from someone close, were all coincidences. But nothing was a coincidence. Every sign was a signal. Every distraction around you was a red alert. And today, Michael says, do not ignore this one more time. Because what you did, or what you allowed to happen, has opened a doorway that someone has been waiting to exploit. Someone who smiled in front of you but hid something behind. Someone whose intentions weren't as innocent as you believed. And right now, as you listen, Michael is pulling back the curtains of your reality, revealing the moment where everything shifted, the moment you overlooked. Something huge is waiting for you, and this message is the only reason you're being pulled back on track right now. Amen. Blessing 111. My child, listen carefully, because this part is the most crucial. Your mistake was not a sin, not a crime, not a wrong decision, it was trust. You trusted someone who was not meant to stand so close to your energy. You gave access to someone who did not deserve even a single step inside your circle. Whether it was through a conversation, a message, a favor, an emotional moment, or even a simple yes said to the wrong person, that one moment shifted the entire balance of your path. This person has been carrying an energy that clings, sticks, drains, pulls. And when you opened your heart or your attention toward them, unknowingly you let their intentions blend into your space. Archangel Michael is angry not at you, but at how you allowed your gentle heart to be touched by someone who was not guided by truth. Michael says you have been repeating the same cycle, giving chances to people who have not earned them, ignoring your intuition when it shouts, silencing your discomfort to keep peace with people who don't value your peace. And now, that same person is trying to twist something, trying to gain something, trying to access something from your life. You may not see it, but Michael has been witnessing every detail, the words said behind your back, the jealousy covered under compliments, the concern that was actually curiosity, the fake support that was actually calculation. And now the consequence of trusting them is unfolding. But Michael says, I will not let them harm what belongs to you. But you must stop ignoring what I show you next. Something huge is waiting for you, and this truth is the turning point. Amen. Blessing 222. My child, brace yourself, because what comes next will shake you, empower you, and open your eyes wide. Archangel Michael reveals that the serious mistake you made recently created a temporary crack in your protection, a crack that allowed someone's hidden intentions to come closer than ever before. This person is not a stranger, not someone far away, but someone who has been trying to observe you quietly, someone trying to understand your patterns, someone trying to predict your next moves. The reason Michael is angry today is because you ignored a sign that was meant to protect you. Maybe it was that sudden tension you felt in your chest when they entered the room. Maybe it was that unexpected message they sent late at night. Maybe it was the way your energy dipped after talking to them. Maybe it was the way they asked a question that felt off. You sensed it, you absolutely sensed it, but you brushed it away thinking you were overthinking. Michael says you were not overthinking. You were being warned. And now the energy around your home, around your path, around your next steps is shifting because of that one moment you dismissed. But here is the twist you didn't see coming: Michael has already taken action. Someone who thought they were clever, someone who thought they were manipulating something around you, is about to be exposed. A truth is about to land in your lap. A conversation is about to reveal what was hidden. A situation is about to show who is real and who is fake. And Michael says, this time, don't ignore. This time, don't hesitate. This time, trust the sign. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is only the beginning. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, as this moment unfolds, Archangel Michael steps even closer because what you're about to hear is something he has been trying to deliver to you for days. You think the mistake you made was small, simple, unimportant. But Michael says it triggered a chain reaction you haven't fully seen yet. The energy around you shifted the moment you allowed that person, that thought, that decision, or that tiny yes to slip through. And now, forces that were sleeping have awakened. People who were silent have started whispering. Someone who pretended they didn't care has begun paying attention in a way that's not normal. Michael is revealing that your mistake gave someone permission to step into your life mentally, emotionally, or physically, even though they were not meant to enter that space. And because you ignored the earlier signs, Michael is raising his voice, not in anger at you, but in urgency. He says, child, you have no idea how valuable your destiny is, and how many eyes are watching it. Something huge is waiting for you, but the interference around you must end. Amen. Blessing 444. My child, understand this clearly: Michael is showing you the face of someone who has been observing you more than they should. This person carries an energy of jealousy and curiosity, mixed with a hidden desire to know everything about you. They are pretending to be supportive, pretending to be kind, pretending to be neutral, but their intention is to get close enough to influence something big in your life. And your mistake, your softness, your forgiveness, your openness, allowed them to step one level closer. Michael is revealing that this person has recently spoken something about you that wasn't true, something twisted, something exaggerated. Not to destroy you, but to test your boundaries, to see how far they can go without being caught. And the moment they did that, Michael stepped forward. He says, they crossed the line. You didn't see it, but I did. And now, this person is about to be confronted, not by you, but by divine timing. Something will happen around them that will expose their motive. A tiny slip of the tongue, a message they send, a reaction they show, or an unexpected confession from someone else will reveal what they've been doing behind your back. Michael says, child, be still. The truth will walk straight into your life. Something huge is waiting for you, and this truth is part of it. Amen. Blessing 555. My child, before you go ahead, Archangel Michael wants you to hear this. There is a powerful shift happening on your path, and because you didn't protect your space earlier, the shift has become even more intense. Michael says this person carries an energy that drains your clarity, blocks your intuition, and creates unnecessary confusion. But the reason Michael is alert on this date, December 1st, is because your destiny is entering a phase where clarity is needed, not chaos. Someone's influence must be removed, someone's access must be cut, someone's presence must be limited. And this is why Michael is angry, not because you made a mistake, but because you almost allowed someone to interrupt a blessing that is coming toward you. And that blessing is huge. Something connected to your stability, your peace, your next chapter, your emotional strength, your personal victory. This blessing is so strong that even a tiny disturbance could delay it. And that is why Michael is guarding you with full intensity right now. He says, "Child, what is coming for you is bigger than what you lost, louder than what hurt you, and brighter than what confused you. But you must not ignore the next sign I send. Something huge is waiting for you, and this message is the doorway." Amen. Blessing 666. My beloved child, Archangel Michael is now revealing the moment everything shifted. The exact second when your energy changed and the mistake you made opened a doorway that should have remained shut. He shows that recently, whether in your home, your conversation, your thoughts, or your emotions, you allowed something or someone too close. Maybe you kept quiet when you should have spoken. Maybe you trusted someone whose intentions were not clean. Maybe you shared something personal with someone who didn't deserve a single detail. Or maybe you doubted yourself at the wrong moment, giving room for darkness to take advantage of your vulnerability. Michael says the mistake wasn't a dramatic action, it was a silent opening, a tiny crack, a small, yes, a moment of softness that someone misused. And that mistake gave someone the courage to attempt something they would have never dared before. That is what made Michael step forward with fierce protection. He is not angry at your heart. He is angry at the energies trying to use your kindness as a doorway. He says, "Child, you are too valuable to be played with. Too chosen to be misled. Too protected to be touched without consequence. Something huge is waiting for you, and this awakening is the first shield rising in your favor." Amen. Blessing 777. My child, listen closely, because now Michael reveals who is connected to the disturbance around you. This is someone who has been silently watching your progress, your confidence, your glow, and your rising destiny. They envy your strength but pretend to admire you. They act normal but carry hidden frustration. They show interest but carry deeper motives. Michael says this person recently did something behind your back, something small but intentional. Maybe they tried to influence someone's opinion about you. Maybe they tried to take credit for something that belonged to you. Maybe they tried to look into something that wasn't their business. Maybe they tried to test you emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. Their curiosity has crossed a limit, and now Michael stands in front of them like a wall they cannot pass. He says, their words will turn against them. Their actions will expose them. Their mask will fall. And you, child, will not have to fight, because divine exposure is already on its way. You will see a shift in their behavior soon. Either guilt, panic, distance, or a sudden attempt to act overly nice. Watch carefully. This is Michael showing you the truth. Something huge is waiting for you, and this exposure will clear your path. Amen. Blessing 888. My child, prepare yourself, because Michael reveals the real reason he is urgent today. Your destiny is entering a breakthrough phase, a phase that carries divine timing, divine opportunity, and divine elevation. Something significant is coming toward you. Something you prayed for, something you waited for, something your heart silently desired. But because you allowed the wrong person, wrong energy, or wrong influence close, the blessing sensed interference. The universe paused, not to delay your gift, but to protect it. Michael says, child, I stopped what was coming until you were safe enough to receive it. And this is why he is fierce today, because your breakthrough must happen without blockage. In the next days, you will notice three things. These three shifts are not random, they are Michael clearing your path, fixing your mistake, and preparing you to step into something you were destined to receive. Something huge is waiting for you, and this time, nothing and no one will come between you and what is yours. Amen. Blessing 999. My beloved child, Archangel Michael moves even closer now because the intensity of this moment cannot be ignored anymore. He shows you a scene, something that happened recently. That you overlooked, yet it changed the entire vibration around you. A conversation that felt normal, but had hidden intentions. A person who acted like they cared but secretly wanted access to your inner world. A moment where you felt uneasy but stayed silent. Michael says that was the moment the mistake was made, and it allowed someone to step into a place they were never meant to reach. This person observed you not out of love, but out of calculation. They sensed you were rising. They sensed your energy becoming stronger. They sensed blessings approaching your life. And they wanted to interfere, not directly, not loudly, but through emotional disturbance, manipulation, or curiosity disguised as concern. Michael says, child, you were too kind. And your kindness became the doorway they tried to walk through. This is why Michael is fierce today, because he knows what's coming for you, and he refuses to let anyone get close enough to sabotage it. Something huge is waiting for you, and your clarity starts now. Amen. Blessing 1010. My child, stay alert, because Michael reveals the next part of the truth. The energy around your home shifted the moment this person attempted to influence your path. Whether it was through a message, a question, a visit, or even a thought directed at you, their intention carried a weight that your spirit immediately sensed. That sudden heaviness? That unexpected tiredness? That random discomfort? That moment when you didn't feel like yourself? None of it was accidental. Michael shows you standing in your space, and their energy brushing against your aura like a cold wind. You felt it. You questioned it. But you didn't act on it. And that hesitation is the mistake Michael wants to correct right now. He says, child, their influence ends today. I am cutting their access. I am closing the doorway. I am restoring your energy. You will notice a shift, your mind clears, your sleep resets, your intuition sharpens, and your confidence rises again. This is Michael cleaning the residue of someone who should have never been allowed near your inner circle. Something huge is waiting for you, and this cleansing is the preparation. Amen. Blessing 1111. My child, now pay attention, because this is where Michael gives you a direct instruction for your path ahead. He says your blessing, your breakthrough, your shift, your elevation, is so powerful that it requires your energy to be clean, protected, and focused. The interference attempted by that person was not strong enough to stop what's coming, but it was strong enough to distract you. And Michael refuses to let distraction delay your destiny. He says, "Child, you will receive clarity like lightning. You will see the truth in someone's eyes. You will notice their intention before they speak. You will sense their motive before they act. And this is why you must not ignore the signs anymore." In the coming days, you may feel pulled away from certain people, places, or conversations, not because you are wrong, but because you are rising. Michael is preparing a path where only those aligned with your destiny can walk beside you. And here is the message he wants you to whisper into your heart. I am protected. I am guided. I am stepping into something meant only for me. You are moving into a timeline where your value will attract blessings and attention. But Michael says, only blessings will reach you now. Something huge is waiting for you, and you are finally ready for it. Amen. Blessing 12:12. My beloved child, Archangel Michael now reveals the moment your destiny took a dramatic turn, the moment someone tried to interfere with what the divine has prepared for you. This person underestimated your spiritual protection, underestimated your intuition, underestimated your resilience. They believed that a small manipulation, a twisted comment, a fake concern, or a silent jealousy would go unnoticed. But Michael saw everything. He saw the intention behind their smile, the motive behind their question, the reason behind their sudden interest. Your mistake was not opening your heart, your mistake was ignoring your inner warning. That inner warning was a direct nudge from Michael himself. He tried to show you through discomfort, through signs, through sudden emotional shifts. But you brushed it off thinking you were overreacting. Today, Michael says, you were not overreacting. That was me protecting you. Now, on this powerful date of December 1st, Michael is reclaiming your space, your energy, your clarity with full force. Something huge is waiting for you, and no interference will touch it now. Amen. Blessing 13:13. My child, look closely now, because Michael is exposing the truth behind that person's behavior. This individual carries a deep fear. Fear of your strength, fear of your growth, fear of your rising potential. They sensed that you were stepping into a chapter where blessings, opportunities, and breakthroughs would surround you. And instead of supporting you, they felt threatened. This is why they tried to influence something, directly or subtly. Maybe they doubted you in front of someone. Maybe they discussed you when you weren't around. Maybe they tried to test your emotions. Maybe they tried to confuse your mind. Or maybe they acted overly sweet while hiding envy. Michael says, their actions were not innocent. Their intentions were not pure. And your mistake was assuming everyone around you feels the way you feel. But that ends today. Michael is placing a sword of truth between you and the energy that tried to cross your boundaries. Soon, this person will reveal themselves without even realizing it. Their disguise will slip. Their tone will change. Their reactions will expose what they never intended to show. Something huge is waiting for you, and this exposure will clear your path. Amen. Blessing 14:14. My child, Steady your spirit, because Michael is now accelerating the divine shift that was paused momentarily by the mistake you made. He is fixing timelines, closing energetic cracks, and fortifying your destiny with renewed protection. He says you are entering a phase where everything meant for you will come effortlessly, and everything not meant for you will fall apart naturally. You will see blessings unfold with speed, unexpected messages, sudden opportunities, emotional breakthroughs, clarity in relationships, and unexpected realizations. But along with these blessings, Michael wants you to be aware of something important. Your life is about to elevate, and not everyone can handle your elevation. That's why he is removing people, situations, and distractions before the blessing arrives. In the next days, you may feel a sudden pull away from certain energies, and that is divine correction, not loss. You may feel a sudden urge to set stronger boundaries, and that is alignment, not aggression. You may feel a deep inner strength rising, and that is Michael preparing you. He says, "Child, your blessing is too powerful to be touched by wrong hands. I am guarding it with my wings, and I am guarding you with my presence. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins the moment you stop ignoring the signs." Amen. Blessing 15:15. My beloved child, Archangel Michael now reveals a deeper layer, the part you never saw, the part that has been hiding beneath silence and subtle behaviors. The mistake you made recently didn't just open a doorway, it awakened someone's hidden intentions toward you. This person has been carrying silent thoughts, silent comparisons, silent envy, and silent questions about your life. They were watching your growth not with admiration, but with discomfort. They noticed your rising peace, your inner glow, your spiritual strength, your increasing clarity, and deep inside, they felt threatened. The moment you gave them emotional access, they tried to enter a space meant only for divine alignment. Michael says the energy that touched your path was not strong enough to break you, but strong enough to disturb your focus. That disturbance was the moment Michael became fiercely protective. He says, "Child, your spirit is awakening. And anything that tries to cloud your vision will be removed. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment marks the beginning of your inner reclamation." Amen. Blessing 16:16. My child, now the truth uncovers itself, because Michael shows you the exact intention behind this person's recent actions. Their behavior wasn't random. Their sudden closeness wasn't accidental. Their questions weren't innocent. Their silence wasn't natural. This person wanted to know something specific about you. Maybe they wanted information, maybe they wanted emotional influence, maybe they wanted to feel power over your reactions, maybe they wanted to predict your next move. But what they didn't know is that Michael stands like a shield over your destiny. They attempted to walk into your life wearing a mask. But spiritual masks don't survive in Michael's presence. He says, "Child, this person is about to reveal themselves through their next mistake. Watch for the slip-up. A sudden shift in their tone. A message that doesn't feel right. A reaction that exposes their feelings. Or a comment that gives them away. This is not to scare you, it is to strengthen you." Michael is showing you the truth so you don't repeat the same mistake again. Something huge is waiting for you, and this exposure is part of your rise. Amen. Blessing 17:17. My child, Prepare your spirit, because Michael is initiating a divine reset, one that will realign everything that was shaken by your recent mistake. The energy that tried to cling to you is dissolving. The confusion that entered your mind is clearing. The emotional heaviness is lifting. Michael is restoring your intuition, sharpening your awareness, and awakening a spiritual sensitivity inside you. He says, "Child, what is coming requires a higher version of you. And I am bringing that version forward." In the days ahead, 3 major shifts will happen within you. This reset is not just protection, it is preparation. The blessing approaching your life is powerful, rare, and life-changing. The only reason Michael was fierce today is because your destiny is too important to be interrupted. And now that the path is clear again, your rise will be unstoppable. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's already moving toward you with divine speed. Amen. Blessing 18:18. My beloved child, Archangel Michael now opens the deepest chamber of truth, the truth you were never meant to ignore again. The mistake you made didn't just disturb your energy, it alerted the spiritual realm. Someone sensed you slipping for a moment. Someone sensed your guard falling. Someone sensed your vulnerability. And in that exact moment, they tried to step into your energetic field with intentions coded in sweetness but rooted in insecurity, envy, and silent desire. Michael says this person doesn't want to destroy you, they want to control the narrative around you. They want influence over how you feel, how you react, how you rise. And because you gave them emotional space, even for a second, they believed they had a chance to shape something in your life. Michael's anger rose the moment they tried to access what was never theirs. He says, "Child, your destiny cannot be touched by hands that are not clean. I will not allow your path to be tainted by someone who does not walk in truth. Something huge is waiting for you, bigger than they ever expected." Amen. Blessing 19:19. My child, Michael now exposes the moment that person realized they had no true power over you, and this is the moment their inner frustration grew. Recently, they attempted a small act, something subtle, something you almost overlooked. Maybe they asked a probing question, maybe they tried to test your emotional reaction, maybe they spoke in a tone that felt off, or maybe they gave a compliment that didn't match their eyes. That moment was their attempt to measure how much influence they could gain. But what happened next is what they never saw coming. You subconsciously pulled your energy back. You didn't say anything. You didn't confront. You didn't argue. But your soul withdrew. And that withdrawal became their panic. That panic became their mistake. That mistake became their exposure. Michael says, they are now confused because they cannot understand why their attempt failed. They cannot understand why their influence disappeared. They cannot understand why their access was denied. What they don't know is that Michael himself blocked them. Something huge is waiting for you, and your spiritual protection has already elevated. Amen. Blessing 2020. My child, now comes the shift that changes everything, because Michael is revealing the divine interruption that is about to happen in your life. This interruption will stop the interference, remove the confusion, and clear the energy that was lingering. You are about to experience a powerful moment of spiritual clarity. A sudden realization. A sudden decision. a sudden emotional release, or a sudden detachment. This is not random. This is Michael resetting your vibration to match your upcoming blessing. He says, "Child, the blessing coming your way is too pure, too rare, too aligned to mix with low intentions. I will not allow contamination of your destiny." That is why he is angry, not at you, but at the energies that tried to approach you through vulnerability. In the next days, you will witness 1. A sudden truth being revealed by someone unexpectedly. 2. Someone's behavior shifting in a way that confirms their motive. 3. A wave of peace washing over you after the final spiritual correction. This is the divine closing of the cycle. A cycle that started with your mistake but ends with Michael's intervention. Something huge is waiting for you, and now nothing stands in its way. Amen. Blessing 21:21.